possible.
So we can see that with the naked eye?
I mean, evidently we can, because we see it every day. Is that what they say?
Is that what they say? They tell us that it's 250,000 miles away, but we can see it, craters, the naked eye?
Yeah, we can see it with naked eye.
Simulation. How is Mountain Dew predicting every event?
Oh, so you're insinuating that the simulation is controlled by the corporations and not by spirits?
I think it's both. I think it's interdimensional beings coming in and out of time. That's controlling things.
How would that work? How would they do something like that?
Do you believe in reptilians?
Explain to my viewers about reptilians. They've been trying to find out about this for a long time.
It's a certain race of beings that are here. That's on the moon and here, which I believe they can't procreate. They gene splice, which means they mix with human DNA.
Right.
And they control everything. Politics, movies, music. This is why they're so scarce in resources and they try to control everything. Because us, we're not like that.
But do the people that's doing it know that they're controlled by these, what you call them, reptilians?
Mm-hmm.
They know they've been controlled by the reptilians.
I think subconsciously, because they feed us a lot of subconscious logos, movies, music, colors. So subconsciously, yes.
But consciously, no. So do you think the main person pulling the strings that, if you can remember, if they didn't take your memory?
That works. That works.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
That works.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So finish telling them, because
wait, hold on. How did that dog know what you were saying? That's a simulation.
He said, because he know I'm coming in and probably gonna kill him. I died 5 times. He died about 3.
Want some Michael Vick shit?
Yeah, I killed him.
Okay. So reincarnation, you believe in that?
Reincarnation is absolutely the truth.
Okay.
It's the only way that this earth can go, because it's a simulation. And I know that they can't just keep on making different souls and different souls and different souls. And what about deja vu?
True.
So it gotta be.
I've had visions of places to where I've seen it in deja vu in my mind first, and then I've actually been there. And I've never been there before.
And you never been there.
I see it in my head first, and then I'll be there.
Right. Explain that, like, to the viewers that's watching. They don't really know what deja vu is, right? It happened to them, and they don't know.
Happened in a different lifetime.
Or what do you mean different lifetime?
Different lifetime, reincarnation. So you know the reincarnation theory?
Tell me about it. I know, but my viewers don't know anything.
So when you die, this is what happens.
You already know.
Or to read, I'm already dead.
That's what I say. But
we could be here 10, 11, 12 times. But again, you're not real though. But here's the thing.
Am I real?
When it comes to reincarnation, here you go.
What's going on?
Soul leaves the body. Okay? Goes to the moon.
The moon?
Goes to the moon. Because the moon's a base. The moon is not a rock like you think it is.
It's a base for what?
It's a built satellite that was brought here 12,000 years ago. Okay? There's people on the moon right now.
Stop playing with me. Ain't nobody on the moon, gang. They can't get out the firmament.
They're on the moon. The moon's inside the firmament. It's inside.
Wow.
That's why we can see it. The craters and everything else.
It's inside the firmament.
Inside.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep. Continue, please. I didn't know
Where
that.
your soul goes.
Go to the moon.
There's a soul catcher there.
What? Cause come on, gang, stop playing. What the f is a soul catcher?
A soul catcher that catches the soul, catches it back out, back to Earth. You're reincarnated.
Come on, gang.
Reincarnated.
What about going and seeing like getting judged and all that, so I can figure out what's gonna happen to me?
Reincarnated.
I get reincarnated no matter what. There's no way to stop the reincarnation.
The reptilians are actually using us as batteries, as energy harvesting batteries.
So there's no way to stop the reincarnation.
I don't know. We gotta figure that out. You died 5 times. You should know better than anybody.
Well, for me, I couldn't stop it.
Now you're here.
But I forget. That's why.
So they wiped your memory.
Yeah. Yeah. But
How you remember that?
because one thing about when you get it downloading, I know I can't think, right? So I know that stuff pop up in my head and it feels so real. So I know I did this before.
Deja vu.
Mainly in my dreams, because I'll be dreaming and I have certain kind of dreams and I'm talking to people in the dreams, and then I get a DM from somebody saying, yo, you just talked to me in my dream and this is what you said, and I remember it vividly.
I've done that.
Right? I remember it vividly.
Yo, I slept next to a woman and I've read her thoughts before.
Well, how that work?
Your call has been... Your call has been forwarded.
Hälsa. Hello. It's could be it. It's like the only weed symbol in the area that's like different. Over by the luxury dealership. Alright.
gods do you?
Meditate and pray to my ancestors. Same thing with, you know, a higher self,
Right.
universe.
Right.
So I think it's layers to it. I don't think it's just as simple as people make it out to be.
So-
So people think they got God figured out, but we can't even get along on this earth.
So God, then the devil. Is it like, do the devil exist? Is there a God and the devil? Do you believe in that whole thing?
I really believe that hell was created to scare people into religion.
Right.
And I think that they did that because they say, you don't pray and don't tithe and do this, do that, you're going to go to hell.
Yeah.
Why would a God create you to give you free will only to go against him and then go to hell?
So what you got to say about bad then? Is there such thing as bad? Is there such thing as good?
I believe in duality. I believe you can't have bad without good and vice versa.
Right.
You got to have both. It's a balance being. This is why the Freemasons believe in dark and light.
Right.
Oh,
This is why they have checkerboard floors.
uh-oh.
Right.
So even when I've talked to a Freemason, they even said the term blackball actually comes from Freemasonry. So when you go and get initiated, you either get the white ball
Right.
or get the black ball. When you're out, you got the black ball.
Right.
But this is all duality, white ball, black ball. So we need the good with the bad, but it's all subjective because think about it. Whatever is good for me could be bad for you.
Yeah.
So how do we gauge that? You be like, oh, this is fucked up. And then for me, it's like, oh, cool. This is great. I made $1 million.
Right. Million fake dollars.
Million fake dollars.
Yeah.
You lost $1 million. So what's good and bad? How do we know?
I mean, we don't know except what they tell us. They tell us that bad is bad, and they tell us good is good. They tell us if we die, we're gonna go to hell if we don't pray, if we don't listen to a God that never talks back.
The CEO of Kellogg's told us it's good for us to eat cereal at dinner.
What is it even in cereal?
I don't eat that shit.
I don't even know what is cereal.
He said, go ahead. It's more affordable and eat cereal for dinner.
No.
That is not good for you. But he's telling us it's good.
Evil.
No. You know, there's a lot of things going on, but I heard you have a lot of things going on. I heard you in a lawsuit. I heard you was getting sued.
Yeah, I was.
And who was you getting sued by?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Come on, gang, stop playing on me.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion
You
with
just
the,
talking-
with the booty. With the booty.
We were just talking about Bigfoot, right?
The one with the booty.
That's Bigfoot. She's Bigfoot.
She not no Bigfoot,
She's
gang.
Bigfoot.
What the one with the booty was suing you for?
She has these big ass feet.
Come on, gang.
And they stink.
Her feet don't stink.
Smell like shit.
Oh yeah.
Her feet stink.
Oh yeah. Come on, man.
Come on, gang. You been around her.
So here's
Break
the
it
thing.
down.
Here-
Break it down.
Here's the thing, man. And I've told this story on Tasha K. She didn't release it. Maybe they got to her.
They got to her.
I don't know. Shout out to Tasha.
How you gonna release it?
He gonna release it.
Yeah, I swear to God, my mama.
But I've told this story a few times. I even put it on my platforms. I don't give a fuck. So basically, I had one of the biggest luxury rental companies in LA.
Right,
Long story short, she actually rented a house from me.
right,
And what happened was she broke the contract.
right.
She didn't like the house. She wanted to refurnish it. She was only staying for 30 days. You weren't buying the house. So I tell her, hey, I'm not refurnishing the whole house. I'm not doing that. It's not in the contract.
Right.
Then she's like, oh, I want to change this, that. I was like, okay, well, I can change a rug here. Maybe a couch here. That's all I'll do.
Right.
No, she doesn't want to do it. Cool. So then we go back and forth. I even refunded her one night because she didn't check in that night, cleaned it, ultra clean, whatever. Then she doesn't want to take it. No, I still want to refurnish the whole house.
Right.
So I'm like, no, if you don't take it, then I'll have somebody else take it. But now I'm losing money because I'm turning down other clients.
Right.
So then from there, we get into, going back and forth with our lawyers, trying to settle it and figure it out. Couldn't figure it out. Long story short, she ends up suing me because she says I was false advertising. Oh, this window was broke and this floor was recorded and all this. I'm like, well, where's all this come from? Just because
our feet stink.
And there's a clause in my agreement saying, if you cancel, then I keep all your money. I said, okay, I'll give you your rental back, but I'm keeping the deposit.
Right. You gotta take that from me.
Keep all that.
Yeah, I could have cut all of it because it's no sales final. Like all sales are final, done. But I was being nice, did that. But from there, just wanted to be a bitch and go back and forth. And then, long story short, and then we went to a legal battle because, you know, I wasn't budging, she wasn't budging. But here's the thing. Here's the crazy part about the story. At the same time, I was working with Tory Lanez.
Right.
And me and him got close. We were doing, you know, business and everything else. He was actually renting a house for me too. But here's how the universe works. If that deal would have went through, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion would have been neighbors.
Wow.
So that house that she was trying to rent for me was actually my house, and Tory Lanez was my next door neighbor because I rented the house next door to him.
These gotta be some big ass houses.
They were.
Right. So did the lawsuit end with anybody having to pay any money? Anything happening?
I mean, she got, you know, she got her, well, long story short, I had to close up shop. I had to close that business because I spent so much money fighting the lawsuit.
So how did you find out the feet stink? Because he like to say her feet stink.
Smell like
How you find
because when we went back in the house, whole house smelled like onions.
the whole house? So she hasn't stayed there.
When she walked in, all she had to walk in was one time.
And it smelled like onions.
Smelled like straight
I mean, maybe she had,
grilled onions.
maybe she had a onion sandwich in there. I don't know.
Nah, that was her feet.
Right. Listen, I heard you was great friends with Ray J. I mean, Ray J once upon a time.
Damn.
Right. But I heard
Damn,
that Ray J is not messing with you anymore.
Shout out to Ray J, man.
Jay?
Like, shout out to Ray J.
Yeah.
Shout out Ray J,
Yeah.
man.
That's my people, man. That's my people.
So what's going on? I heard you don't like Big Homie CC.
Hey, look, I would love to get an interview with Big Homie CC and Ray J. That's my peoples. I know Ray J for a long time. We gotta make that happen. I want to
Here.
sit them down so we can have a conversation.
What Brandy at?
I don't know. I never met Brandy.
Oh. I don't think Ray J did neither.
You don't think that's
Yeah, I don't think it's his sister.
So who do you think that is? He's a pastor?
I think Ray J been adopted by somebody or something. He a freak.
What?
He a freak. Cause Brandy ain't no freak.
Wait, did you see what
What happened?
did you see what Kanye just said about Ray J?
What did Kanye say about Ray J?
He said he want to double team Kim with Ray J. I'll read you the tweet.
Why would he say something like that?
Kanye just said, he said, peep this. He said, we should double team, me and Ray J should double team Kim on a part 2.
I ain't gonna lie, Ray J told us that too.
Ray J told you what?
He told us Kanye asked him to fuck Kim in front of him.
Kanye asked him to f him in front of him.
On my daughter. Yeah, see now I can say it because Kanye just said it.
Yeah.
Ray J told us that years ago.
Ray J, how did Ray J come?
Facts.
How did Ray J come to you and say you something like that? How do we say it?
He said Kanye wanted him to fuck Kim right in front of him. And he just gonna watch and jerk off in the corner.
So this when they was together, him and Kim was together?
Yeah.
But hey, look, he just tweeted that. He just tweeted.
Yeah, so hey, he said it first.
He said it first.
But y'all heard it first.
Oh yeah,
heard it.
yeah. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we kept that.
So for 2 years, he been having
Yeah.
these fantasies of watching it. Oh,
For sure.
God.
For sure.
So how do Ray
I
J
fuck
feel?
with Kanye though.
But how do Ray J feel about that? He got like feel anything how he feel about this? It's out now.
I don't know.
Man.
Is he gonna do it?
You know what? If they did do that, that would be the ultimate tape right there.
You said if they did do that, he must thinking about doing that.
They can get a crazy bag for that.
You keep not saying if they thinking
They
about
can
doing
get a crazy bag for that.
Wow.
That's a business deal.
Wow. Ain't no business deal. Kanye gonna both.
Hey,
Kanye ain't gonna be hurt. Kanye's gonna be hurt. He's gonna them both. Kanye can't do that.
he tweeted it.
But he can't do
He
that.
said, "Let's get a part 2."
Something happened one time already.
With the original tape with Ray J and Kim.
So Kanye was in the corner of that tape?
Oh, I don't know.
Might have.
Who knows?
Oh my God, it's part 2.
Part two.
Listen, maybe that was possible. We don't know. Listen, drop in the comments if y'all think that Ray J and Kanye both was there with Kim that same night. It sounds
It is Holly, man. Holly weird, I tell you.
it sounds believable.
Holly weird.
But y'all know what's something crazy? And I heard this straight from a viable source. That O.J. Simpson is really her father.
Oh, Chloe?
Yeah.
She looks like him,
I
right?
can see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Heard this.
I can see that.
I've heard that.
I can see that.
I've heard that.
I can
So,
see that.
Here's the thing. Why is she taller than everybody else? And she looks like OJ's daughters.
Yes. And she's black but white.
And she, Chris said she did have an affair.
Yes. And she had an affair with O.J.
I
Around
think
ti-
so.
Told her.
Yeah, because around time, I think that's why they like, and rest in peace to O.J. But I think that's kind of like why he took that case. Because I think that's why he took that case, because like he was having sex with his wife, and then like I gotta take the case, right? You wife. I mean, why not? I mean, they swing like that. I mean, I think they swing because O.J. Simpson had a white wife. They do that.
Love white pussy.
It's Hollywood. You ever been around something like that in Hollywood? Like
For sure.
boy, they do.
For sure.
Yeah.
We didn't open a couple doors up and saw some shit.
Oh, what doors have you opened up to people that does stuff like that? That my viewers want to know. They confused.
Who would you say? Who would you say?
Anybody.
Because
Who would I say? Who would I say?
You know, I expose a lot of people already. Like I expose the government. I expose all kind of people.
Okay.
We expose everybody on here.
So this is we can expose. We want to expose them.
It don't matter.
Okay.
I swear on my mama.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, come on, gang. No,
Jamie Foxx.
no, not
Jamie
Jamie.
Foxx.
They
Jamie
look like
Foxx.
Jamie. I look like Jamie. You're not gonna play with me with Jamie.
Nothing like Jamie.
I swear on my mama. You gotta watch. You gotta look at me good. Look from the side.
This nigga don't look nothing like Jamie.
This
bro.
side.
What's up with this nigga?
This side.
Nah, bro.
This side. Go
Nah,
about that.
bro, look. So they say after a certain time at Jamie's house, you say he got a party
Right.
after 2 or 3 a.m. If you ain't left yet, you better be prepared to see some balls.
Right. So who have seen this?
Jamie walk around his house naked. I'ma just say that.
Come on, gang. Stop playing with me.
Dogs, cats, it don't matter.
Jamie Foxx walk around the house naked. You mean
Naked.
He's gonna come to the door naked.
If it's after 3, 4 o'clock and he ain't asked you to leave, fucking balls is off. Pause.
Man, women, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Swear to God on your mama.
I swear to God on everything I look.
That's not even Jamie Foxx though. That's a clone, bro.
Why?
That's what I.
Come on.
That's what I've been hearing.
That's
That's what I've been.
bullshit.
No.
Yeah.
That's a clone, bro.
Bro, it's a clone.
How is he a
It's a clone, bro.
conspiracy theory is for real?
That,
Bro, it's a fucking
where
clone.
is his tattoo on the back of his head?
Oh, I forgot about that. Maybe he got to remove.
He
You
never
ain't got that.
What happened on his new special that he did on Netflix?
Maybe he got it removed.
He never said what
He
happened.
never said.
He said,
It's not-
I just went to the house and I woke up and that was it.
That's not him, bro. That's not him.
Then he comes out with a movie right when that happens called They Clone Tyrone, about clones. That's a
Right.
fucking clone.
Right. Well, I know for a fact that Michael Jackson was a clone. The white one.
Wait, hold on. Michael, hold on. That's like family.
No.
That's like family.
No. Michael
That's
Jackson
like
died
family.
in a clone video. With that fire, Peppy.
I've heard that theory.
He died in that video. He died.
I've heard that theory.
He died, and they cloned him with the white person.
Now I'm
Came out-
close with the Jackson family.
Listen to me. He died, and he came with the song. It don't matter if you black or white. That's why they came with that song first. It don't matter if you black or white, cause I'm Michael, right?
So you think that in that commercial he actually
He died.
died because he had that fire on him?
Fired his head, and it went to his brain. And Joe knew. And why you think this? They say that Michael Jackson put himself in that house all the time and never let his family in. They come to the door, he leave him out there. They had to drive in and come in. He will never want to see him. Why?
Damn.
Why?
That's a good theory.
He never wanted to see his family.
Shout out Brandy Jackson.
Yeah.
Bernie Jackson, we love you.
We love you, Brandy.
But I mean, yeah, I love you too. But look, if you fuck. But look, well, how old is she? How old? Cause all the Jacksons old as shit. I probably don't want none of that. She probably old. Well, listen, I take that back. But listen, moving right along, right? The government, right? we already talked about all the government and how all the presidents are connected. So how about the branch? So like my viewers don't know about how the judicial, how to say that word, judicial branch. How does this branch work and how does it control like the law? Because they go to jail all the time, right? How does that control the law? Keep on sending these to the penitentiary. Like what do they need to do? Is there something they can do so where they can vote? Is that voting even real?
I mean, again, you're voting for somebody to vote for you. So your vote really don't count because they can vote for somebody else.
But the laws, like the crack law, certain laws to give you more time. Is there a way to stop that? Because it seems like they're giving more time to the YNs than the white boys.
I would say this.
And we're not racist.
I would say this.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
He a racist.
we're gonna talk about that later.
He a racist.
He a real racist.
Shout out to the anti-nigger movement.
But black people can't be racist.
Oh yeah, we bringing the ER back. We claiming the ER.
It's possible. Come on, gang. No.
We claiming the ER. That's our word. We had, now we claiming.
Come on, you can't say.
Yeah, we saying the ER. We claiming it.
Crazy.
We claiming it. We gotta take it back. We gotta take. We want it.
Something we don't want.
We want it.
Gang, stop playing on me.
Man, come on.
What make you want a word like nigger?
Come on, bro.
Why would you want that word?
Come on, bro.
You want why would you want that word? You sound crazy, gang.
Man, come on, look. We want the ER back
Why?
because it's time. I got something called the anti-nigger movement, right? The anti-nigger movement, because there's black people and there's niggers.
It's crazy.
There's black people and there's niggers.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Now there's black people and there's
What is crazy? What do you mean by black people? Come on, gang. Who you brought with you?
We don't even have a dog.
the brotherhood, no other hood.
Right.
Brotherhood, no
So
other
what
hood.
does all that mean?
So I'm tired.
What he's saying is this.
Break it down.
Yeah.
Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
Break it
Break it down.
There comes a time where we have to realize something.
What?
Break it down.
There can't be any more activity.
First.
And that's the thing. That's all he's saying.
Right.
We got to move correctly. We got to be able to excel at some point.
Like, we can't keep doing the same, like, you saw the 9-year-old girl that got shot out here in Dallas.
Well, yeah. Charles White said that little girl.
That's crazy. That's
You
crazy.
said that little girl?
No, Charleston White
Oh,
that little
I was about
girl.
to say,
No, I ain't.
we gonna have to get
Even said
love.
Charleston White the little girl.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's corny, though.
Right.
That's corny.
Yeah, I heard about that.
No, that's
but
corny.
we didn't touch on a lot of subjects, right? Because we didn't touch on the we didn't touch on the government, how all the presidents been related. We didn't touch on 9/11. We didn't touch on Mountain Dew. I mean, a lot of information has been addressed, right?
Yeah.
Right now, people learned a lot. But I'm not gonna sit here and let you say we bring it back to ER, right?
Got to.
I'm not going.
We have to.
I'm not really gonna do that part, right?
Look, we gotta
Everything
take.
else
Look,
is good.
we gotta own up to the niggerisms. That we gotta,
who?
the niggerisms.
Cause a
The
niggerism.
niggerisms out here, man.
Like
We can't-
mannerism or something.
It's exactly. It's like we gotta take heed.
Hold on, Corey, let me
We
get
got-
blunt. Finish.
We
let me
gotta
get
take
blunt.
control of this shit. We gonna keep this shit going. How long we gonna keep this shit going, bro?
Keep what going?
The
What is it? What? How do you feel about? All right. What about Dr. Martin
Heard
Luther
that?
King? Yeah. What about Dr. Martin Luther King? He kept the going. He's a good. He fucked a lot of white. Something about Dr. Luther King. I thought he was.
that's a psyop though.
I thought he
Like
was a
Dr.
good
King,
man.
that was all
I
psyop.
thought he was a good man. Tell me about.
He wasn't a good man.
Tell my views about Dr. King.
Okay.
Who he was.
So here's the thing. With Dr. King, I mean, he did have some of his speeches written for him.
What?
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
And the person we should have really been paying attention to was Malcolm X.
Right.
Okay, he was in control.
Right.
Why do you think?
Hold on.
that-
You said wasn't controlled.
Wasn't controlled.
Are you insinuating that Dr. Martin Luther King was controlled?
Fiend is crazy.
Fiend is crazy.
I didn't say Fiend. I said King.
Fiend is insane.
Fiend is crazy.
Are you saying he was controlled?
Yeah.
How?
Well, when it comes to the segregation and everything else, like Malcolm X was against that. Like he wanted to, you know, have our own like Wall Street and everything else that we had back in the day.
Right.
So the integration was happening too soon, and when you integrate, you can control.
Right.
We don't have our own banks. We don't have our own practices. It's into their system, like we did before. This is why that was a terrorist attack. What happened in Tulsa? Okay, that Black Wall Street was bombed.
The fuck?
They bombed. They bombed.
That was a terrorist attack on American soil.
Right.
So, and these are just, you know, regular racist people that had planes and that was bombing that whole street.
Right.
So, you know, we were doctors, lawyers, like had our own banks, like everything.
See, that wasn't a Dr. King, but you ain't even a doctor. That's what I'm saying. You ain't got no doctrine. You was controlled, right? So I'm just trying to figure out why did they name every street after him that had to be like in the rule, right? We're gonna praise you or make sure we put you above all the
Thank you.
forever.
Thank you for saying that. ER, my on board.
Forever.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Forever.
Isn't it crazy that every street that's named after him is the most dangerous street
In America.
in America?
In America. But that symbolize, they gotta symbolize something though, right? Why would you name your streets after the same people that they say you, but I don't think they, I don't really think they, I really think he got for having sex with white women. I really think somebody husband.
Yeah, I mean,
I really think that, I don't think the government, I don't think he got killed for, I think they lying. I think that every black person that been got for a reason outside of the message. And they got everybody else stirred to bring the message to the forefront. So I think everybody got for the message was bad for the message in the first place. Not Malcolm X, but I think Malcolm X did bad things before the message that kind of like got him hit.
yeah, true.
Right? I think that was like karma coming back around.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff.
That got him hit.
His name was Detroit Red before when he used to work the streets.
Yeah, I think that got him hit. Not like Martin Luther King. I think he got hit for the things that he did while being good.
And they were saying he was like the original Diddy.
Yeah, he was everything.
What?
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Wait, hold on.
I swear to God, Dr. Martin Luther King was the original Diddy. Tell him about it.
Hold
I
on.
mean, that's the thing is like you can do whatever you do in your personal life, but there is deep CIA documents showing that he had sex parties and everything else, and yeah,
With underage.
he was going
You
crazy.
mean to tell me he was
White and black. Listen,
He was-
back
he was
then,
sick.
yes, they was having segregated sex, but he had mixed sex. Let me tell you something. The black community didn't know nothing about like segregation. He was in charge of pushing segregation on the black community. Yeah, he was in charge of, he was in charge of telling them it's okay, put segregation, separate, like we can separate. And that's why I believe Malcolm X I never seen them in a picture together, I never seen them hang together,
Right.
I never seen them together at all.
Yeah,
At all. But and that's another thing, right? They try to say he was nice and good like Jesus, but I check back, Jesus wasn't even nice and good like they say, right? He even balanced. Yeah, Jesus balanced too.
What?
I swear to God, you didn't know that?
Make it up.
No, I ain't making it up. See, what you don't know is this. Like he said, everything must balance. A man must master his masculine and his feminine in order to balance, right? And I believe Jesus was the master of that. As well as Buddha. But I think the same thing happened when these people leave Earth. They worship them and call them gods when they were not. Right? What do you guys say about that? Because I believe Jesus never said he was God, but I believe that everybody else said he was God.
or the Christ consciousness.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I swear to God, my mama. Tell them about that. The Christ consciousness. They don't know about that.
Christ consciousness.
Chakras and shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the collective. It's where we all ascend
Right.
together.
Right.
Christ consciousness, we all on code, and then we rise to ascend our spirit.
Right. And that's the message that Jesus was bringing.
Right.
Because Jesus said, if you don't look up for God, look within.
Correct.
Right? And a lot of my viewers, when I come around and tell them I'm God, they be like, oh, you crazy, right? But for you, do you believe, like, that's true?
I do. I think that, again, like I said, we come from source, so we have to be a part of source, right? It's
Right.
only right.
Right.
You know, like a Dalmatian gives birth to another Dalmatian, so You're not a Dalmatian anymore.
You still gotta be a Dalmatian.
Still gotta
That's a
be a
good point.
part of
That's a
that.
good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm still
That's a good
street,
point.
but I'm spiritual now, right? But it's different. I'm still street. Just don't lie, cheat, and steal, but I still, right? Because we got a balance. Yeah, I still.
Yeah.
Yeah, to protect. The
Under
word.
what? What circumstance?
To protect the word of God, just to make sure we withhold the knowledge, because we've been 400 years ago they got rid of it, right? Everybody in the Gnostic church, they had the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have downloaded that message, and my plan is to protect that message, right? And I for it. That's probably the only thing that I will for,
Okay.
right? To make sure that that's her, because for people to wake up, because I believe, like he was saying when I asked him, how can you get out of here? I believe the way you get out of here is by balancing. And I believe that when you pass over, you can have a choice. And the choice can be, you ever read like the 49 book of the day from Buddha?
No.
All right. In the 49 book of the day, say that when you die, your mind go through a series of illusions, right? My own is that them illusions are happening now, right? They kind of like show you your attachments, your mothers, your brothers, everybody you love. Now look at life. If it's reincarnation is true, you have several mothers, several brothers, several cousins, and those attachments is what keep you here on this field, right? When you don't learn the balance.
I know a little something, man.
Right? No, I don't know this. I downloaded it again. I'm stupid. Of course, I downloaded it straight from
you
firmament.
playing, bro.
No, I ain't playing. I'm serious. I downloaded this. I'm dumb. What do you have?
Playing dumb.
No, I'm not playing dumb. Just
Genius.
No.
I told him before we came. I said, I think that monk's a genius, bro.
no, not true.
You playing?
Genius.
No. What? Elaborate on that a little bit.
Change the subject.
Going towards because I believe this. I believe we live in a parallel universe, right? I believe that.
Which has been proven.
Yeah, but I believe that the physical earth, the actual real earth, no one have ever touched or seen. That's what I believe.
Yeah, what you mean about that?
I think that when the flood came, that earth was kind of like destroyed, and now we live in a simulation. Like Noah, I believe Noah is the creator of the simulation. I believe God gave him, I believe that.
Like gave him the keys to create a video game.
Yeah. When he wiped the last world. Because he told in the Bible, I'm going to give you control over the world. Who else? Wasn't nobody there but Noah.
Interesting. I like that theory.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. And
Said I
that's
said this.
because so the first world was flooded.
Right.
And then the rainbow is what? The promise to show that the earth will never flood again.
Right.
That's God's promise.
He never cracked the firmament again.
There you go.
Right.
So, maybe that's why we've been having all these fires, because the next world that's going to get destroyed is not going to be by water, it's going to be by fire.
Now, talk about fires. Now, the fires in L.A., the length of them, the width, they never seen fire like this before. It never been a fire like that before.
The length and the width is a big pause.
Oh, yeah, we not. Gas rate the same. We balance.
Wait, hold on.
We
bro.
balance here.
Hold
Gas
on,
rate the
bro.
same.
Hold
We
on,
balance
hold on.
here.
Hold on.
We balance
Hold on.
here. We balance.
Hold
We balance.
on.
But listen,
That ain't straight ain't the same, bro.
it's the same. We live in a simulation.
What's it?
But look, how is that possible for them fires to be that width, and that length? I can't even say it.
Bro, stop saying that.
How's it possible for the fires to be so big?
Bro.
So big and long.
Hold on, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, bro.
Come on, gang. Just back down. My bad.
Sit on.
Listen, how's it possible?
Pause again.
How's it
Man, I'm about to drink this Mountain Dew.
No,
Oh, you don't.
No,
I'm about to
Nelly.
drink some.
No, Nelly.
No.
How
Man,
is
I'm
it
drinking.
possible for a fire to exist like that never existed like that before?
True. And how does it jump from one, because I'm from LA, right?
Right.
So where it originated, it can't skip over the entire valley and go over to Altadena.
So it skipped?
It
It's skipped, and not only that, isn't it aligned with the new railroad system that they building?
Yeah, so where the fires were happening, it just so happens there's a new railroad system that's going the same way.
What?
And the only way to really have that new speed rail system is to burn everything up and get the people out of there.
Smart cities.
Hey, you know what's crazy about me when they say they burnt up places like the Playboy Mansion, Diddy's places where Diddy was at,
Underground tunnel.
like everywhere where it could be evidence.
Exactly. Now, another thing too.
Hey, hey.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Palisades got what? A lot of producers and directors.
Yeah,
Hollywood.
yeah.
Thing.
Hollywood burned
Here's
down.
what happened during the fires. The FBI paid a visit to Ben Affleck.
Right.
Talk about
He was at Jennifer Gardner's house
Right.
at the time. They said they wanted to speak to him about going to, you know, his house and saying, hey, there was a weird drone over your house during the time of the fires. But why would the FBI be speaking to him about that? Now, there's two things that can be happening. And there was a heated discussion between him and the FBI.
Right.
Like, everybody's seen it.
Right.
For one, we know he's, you know, tied to Jennifer Lopez.
Right.
Jennifer Lopez knows Diddy, obviously.
100%.
So he knows a lot.
Right.
That's one thing. Here's another thing, though. They went to Jennifer Gardner's house.
Right.
Jennifer Gardner is on the board of members for a charity called Save the Children.
Right.
They just got raided for child trafficking.
Wow.
So could they be there? The FBI questioning him and Jennifer Gardner about her whereabouts about that and not the fires.
Wow. Wow. And that was kind of strange when the fires took off, right? And I was like, that's real, like, strange, right?
No water was in the fire hydrants. About 500 fire hydrants were waterless.
And that was thinking, I heard that before the fires, he didn't put the money in. He could have got more water.
There was
stuff.
a water bill for $1.5 billion, and they did not fill the hydrants.
Why?
They were laundering money, and I think they wanted to do a land grab. That was a land grab.
So you think these are synthetic fires?
I think these fires were probably started how maybe the Maui fires were started.
How's the Maui fire?
Allegedly, they were started by DEW. Direct energy weapons.
Wow.
So that's what Mountain Dew comes into play.
And I heard that these weapons, here's the good part, are all made in Antarctica. Because this is the crazy part about it. I just want to know what you think about this. How come countries or continents that can't agree on anything,
but we all agree on that,
but all agree to keep everybody away from Antarctica?
Talk about it.
How is this possible?
That's a great point.
I want to know. Tell my viewer conspiracy theories. You guys tell my viewers this, because I can't even figure this out.
So we have wars going on. We have trade wars going on. We can't agree on shit.
No.
We can all agree on nobody goes down there.